like rain. Lovely. Come on, girl. Let's go. Must be the place. Evening. Might want to order another round, you lot. The rain's flooding the road. Evening yourself. I'll have whatever food is still hot, some bread and mead, or ale. I'm not feeling fussy. Up front it is. Keep the drink coming. My thanks. Not bad, that. Home brewed, you say? Good work. Explains the full house. Oh yes, stew's fine. Long as it warms the soul. Yes, the storm turned worse, but I wasn't too far from here by then. Thankfully, my mare has a good amount of stamina, or we'd both still be out there. Aye, your stable is dry and spacious enough. The master assured me she'd be cared for. Gave him some extra coin to give her apples and carrots with her oats. After a run like that, she deserves them. Yes, taken me to many places she has. It's how we live, on the road. I'm just a wanderer. That's a rather rude question to ask, isn't it? Do you always ask your patrons where their coin comes from? Yes, I suppose I don't have the looks of an average vagabond. Your patrons made that abundantly clear at my arrival. It's a sword, isn't it? There's been trouble? Of course, one must be careful in times like these. I suppose you were only wondering if I pulled that coin off the body of some unfortunate road trader. No offense taken. I am simply a roamer, with an interest in various places and its people. A traveler told me of some interesting ruins about a day's ride from here. I am on my way now to take a look, see if he was telling the truth. I doubt there's anything special, but I do enjoy seeing the relics of the old world, even if it is mostly rocks in the grass. How nice of you to be concerned, but I do very much understand that these lands are quite hostile. There is always a risk of danger, hence the sword. Better to have it and not need it, than to need it and not have it. I do apologize for entering with it. I didn't want to leave it with my horse. An armed stranger wandering into your tavern would bring about some curiosity. But shouldn't it be said that all friends and familiar faces started off as strangers? Exactly. My name is Rowan. What should I call you? Lovely name. Charmed. I'm not offended by your asking, don't worry. You must be used to the same faces day in, day out. I imagine you even get the same trading groups passing by each season. Fair warning, if you get some lone trader in here selling hair-growing oils, show him the door. It's likely piss in a bottle. What do you mean, if only that were your worst problem? Attacks, you say? Sounds vicious. Some casualties. I'm sorry for the losses to your village. You're welcome. A little empathy and courtesy is not a harmful gift. If I may ask, whom or what has been attacking? Not easy to discuss, I presume. My apologies if I've caused you upset, but please understand. If there's a danger on the open road, as an adventurer, wanderer, or traveler, however you wish to refer to it, it will be useful to me to know the risks.
Great strength pulled back the string of the mighty bow, and with the power of their allies let forth the enchanted arrow, striking down the maddened necromancer in their sinister dragon farm. And the shades, the minions of the mad demons, fell to the ground with the vanquishing of their master, freeing their tormented farms and transforming them once again into the playful wisps of our world. And the Merrow stood over their vanquished and writhing foe, black ooze spurting out of the gaping wound instead of blood. And they looked at their allies, strapped the bow back on their back, and walked off into the modern horizon, never to be seen again.
That guy sounds awfully familiar. Oh, nothing. I've been hearing tales of this Marrow in nearly every village I've passed through. The tale gets bigger and more interesting each time I hear it. Though I remember being told that they came from a small village, not unlike this one. Ah, you've heard the original tale. Then I think you know that it is said their village was originally suffering attacks as well. Very much like the ones you've had to endure. Though that was by shades, the story says that's what inspired the Marrow to become a great adventurer. Shades are a rare type of corrupted undead, powerful and difficult to destroy if you don't know what you're doing. From what I gather, they look like a black mist, and sometimes they look like people in strange iron masks, tattered robes, that sort of thing. Hey, are you alright? You look spooked. What? That's what's been attacking your village. Shades. Is the lord of this prefecture aware of this? He's done nothing, so you wrote to the army yourself. That is truly appalling. This kind of negligence is unacceptable. The lord should be taking care of his people. It's his sworn duty. It's all right. Try to remain calm. I'm sure the army will send a reply very soon. You did the right thing for your village. I suppose such laziness from the Lord is not unheard of. Complacency is one thing, but willful ignorance in favor of false reputation is beyond cruelty. Aye, you're right. No point complaining about things you can't fix. But again, I'm sure the army will see to it once they get word. Much like the rain, he'll be flooded with problems, letting his mess carry on for so long. I do not think it might actually flood, no. The river sounded angry when I crossed it, but it's staying well within its banks, if a little higher than the norm. You might be in for some decent fish after the storm, though. That was a good meal. Really warmed my bones. Thank you. Oh, you cooked it. Brews the ale, cooks the food. No wonder you run this place. I wouldn't say there's anything too bad about the simpler life. I've been to the big cities. They're full of people, and every single one of them is alone. No one just says hello in passing by. There's no idle conversation with strangers. You stick to your circles, and that's that. Here, in little villages, that's where you find a good company. Strangers will bid you a good day, even if theirs is terrible. Passers-by will openly converse whether you care about the yield of crops or not, and the owners of old taverns will welcome you with good food and good heart. A friend of mine would say that perspective is a powerful tool, if a little humbling. A good friend indeed. If it's not too much trouble, do you have any rooms available? Excellent. How much for the night? Is that all? Well, here's a few extra coins if you can have someone bring some hot, clean water and some soap. Lead the way. A little rustic, but no dirt and no bed bugs. This will do. Many thanks. Time to play the waiting game. So it begins. Stay down. Everyone, get behind me. Are you alright? Just some bruises, it looks like. You'll be fine. Apologies for the deception. I am General Rowan Engelhardt, and I am here because of your letter, friend. Lucky for you, it ended up in the hands of someone that actually cares about the little people. The door is sealed for now, and the spell's activation has likely already alerted my men. Help is on the way. We had a feeling about your lord. Out of all the prefectures reporting irregular activity and outright attacks, this is the only one in the land that reported nothing. When everyone else is wrangling chaos, a big pile of nothing is usually something. What good is a single night? I'll try not to be offended, but think of it this way. With no reports of activity, the presence of a full unit of armed men will be taken as a sign of aggression. The last thing we needed was a reactionary lord punishing his wards for doing the right thing. Discretion was key with so little information. What happens now? Well, it looks like most of the other villagers made it to safety already. The Shades are likely trying to bolster their numbers. I'll spare the details, but that's not something any of us want. For now, I have a sizable amount of people in here that need protection. I can't risk the majority here for the potential few out there. Would you rather I leave this place undefended for someone who may or may not already be in a safe place that I cannot possibly know about? You mentioned this village has been attacked a few times. There was likely talks of safe places in private spaces for weeks before I arrived. Yes, I'm staying here. I need to keep everyone as safe as is reasonably possible until my backup arrives. Stand back. It's fallen! They are not coming in here, so don't even bother. Hey there. Breathe. Slower. Somebody get some water. It's okay. I know this is very overwhelming, but we only have to hold out a little bit longer. When my men arrive, they'll... I know, hey, shh. Calm down for just a moment and listen. I understand. You are not a soldier, you are not a commander, not a magi, no mercenary. You are not prepared for anything like this. Believe me, I know. I know someone who thought they wouldn't be any good at any kind of action either. And yet, I met them in the middle of a battlefield, doing whatever they can to stay alive. And then they grew to be one of the bravest people I know. You say you are not like that and can't do it. Maybe you're right, but you're braver than you think. It was you who sent that letter and called for the army when everyone else was afraid of what the Lord would do if he found out. Because you care about your home. You care about its people. You're an innkeeper. Taking care of people is what you're good at. Look at them. Look at how scared they are. They need to know that this place is safe in a crisis like this. And I'm not always here to make them feel safe. So don't you go lose your nerve on me now. You've already done so much for your friends and neighbors by alerting us. So how about we show them you were right too? That's what I like to hear. Up you get. The cavalry will be here any moment now. Trust me, my men can handle it. I pulled in an extra resource to help with the village, and to deal with your ignoramus lord too. We'll be fine. That'll be for me. You're late.
Got held up. There were a lot of them out there. Good evening to you too, by the way. I assume you have the bulk of the villagers in here.
Alive and well, if somewhat shaken.
Good. The mission is still yours, General. Lead as you see fit.
Aye, General. We have enough evidence to bring the Lord in for neglect of duty. I want a man prepped to head for his cozy little castle and arrest the blackguard for marinating in wine instead of doing his damn job.
This mission has been expertly managed so far, Rowan. I am proud of you.
Thanks, Wendy. Everyone, it is safe now. The threat has passed. We regret we were not here sooner, and your lord has a lot to answer for. On my honor, we will protect you better in the future. You have my word that this place will be taken care of. I'll have a regular assignment of patrols put in place and some extra supplies to help you all rebuild as fast as possible. But I still have a lord to wrangle. Well, I'll make sure to stop by once we get your lord in chains and deal with the source of the shades here. I'm not swooping in here and leaving you all with a devastation, don't worry. I like to make sure that people have what they need. No, it's no trouble at all. We must continue to fight these pests, but we will never forget the people that suffer the most. Our townsfolk, communities, people like you just wanting to live in peace. My soldiers will see to it that peace and order is restored. Are you sure you're alright? Good, good. Then I must be off. There are more villages in this area that need protection until we can destroy the last of these bastards. Before I go, take this. It's a magical rune. Hang it outside your front door and it will provide some protection from the undead, should they ever return. And if they do, let this place be a safe haven for the innocent. This is no farewell, friend. I can't very well drink the best homebrewed ale in the region and not come back to drink your barrels dry. Also, I like it here. The people look out for one another. In a world like this, we certainly need more of that. Take care of this place, and take care of them all. Until next time, friend, and thank you